Hi, good afternoon. I'm gonna go ahead and do like a little full moon report. Give me a second to find and share the feed. We have a lot of energy dynamics at play that I'll kind of go over. Go ahead and drop your name if you're gonna want a card. I'm gonna go ahead and do fairy cards. I've been liking the theme because it really fits with my own journey, so I've been doing the same cards for a minute. I have a lot to cover in one feed. If you're just logging on, make sure you share this feed out. Facebook is always censoring my page, so I can't share my own feed anywhere but groups that I manage. So make sure you guys take a second to share this feed out too. I do give away activation off of every video. If you're not catching me live, it's cool because I don't go ahead and find the person till the next day that got the activation. So if you're not catching me live, you can still share this feed out. I'm loving this energy. I'm going to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about how to use this energy for dream work as well. So I'm loving the energy. My phone's slow. Give me a second. I'm almost done. So make sure you guys are dropping your name if you're going to want a card. I'm going to go ahead and do a little energy report and then I'll do cards. And I'm always going live in my other spaces. I already just did a live as well. So make sure that you guys join my other space I live from, the Sparks of Divine Light Healing group. There's two of them, my Reiki space and a group I stream from. I'm trying to think if I forgot one. Alright, so we have a lot going on. I'm going to go ahead and cover. I put a nice little post on my personal page about the storm hit list astrologically and how different signs will be affected by these storms. So I'm going to go ahead and cover that. Let me just find the feed. I was on the storm hit last time as a Taurus, but I actually have all the elements in my chart that were on the list as well. So I really felt those last storm upgrades real crazy. And a couple of the other signs are on the list again, so I'll go ahead and cover that. We have a full moon on Sunday night. It will be in Pisces, and we also just shifted into Virgo today, and that's amazing for healing as well, because Virgo is an amazing sign for healing. And the thing is that we have Neptune in retrograde, and Neptune is the planet that rules Pisces. It is in retrograde until November. So we're going to feel a lot of that retrograde energy with this storm, seeing as how we have all Neptune, Pisces energy hitting the planet. With the last storm, we also had a lot of Neptune energy. I told you guys it's amazing for manifesting right now. This storm is coming to strip away any illusion that is still left. It is a bridge. It is basically a bridge between the realms. It is a bridge between the material and the spiritual. If you know Pisces, they're very in tune, they're very in touch, they're very in tune interdimensionally. And this energy is coming to remind us that we are all interdimensional. You guys can be using this energy through the end of the month to have better dream experiences, to be doing dream work, to be out of body traveling, to be astral traveling. It's the best energy of the year for any type of dream work. Neptune is a planet that is ruled by fantasy. I always say Pisces are the dreamers. They are the manifestors. They have the best imaginations. This is a world of fantasy. And this storm is all about emotion as well. Water is all about emotions. So there's already, and there will be more emotions purging to the surface with this storm. You have to, it's like the theme of the day where we have to open our minds. We have to change our perspectives time and time again to do this spiritual ascension process. We have to be able to see outside of ourselves and see how our consequences have led to every lesson that we ever had. There are certain balances here, so we get out whatever energy we're putting out. We also get back however we make other people feel. It's really basic. So if you take a deeper look at your entire life during this storm sometime, and you should, you can see the interconnectedness of all of your lessons. We first came into this dimension with our families, right? You guys have parents somewhere? We incarnated into this place. And those people that you began learning with, you've spent an entire cycle swapping roles. The parents that we complain about, yes, you were the kid and they went back and forth, and you just have been playing out the same dramas and the same circumstances from different perspectives. And it's time that we liberate ourselves from these things. We came to clear any karma for our families. So I tell everyone, for me, that looked like my mother was on drugs and wasn't strong enough to conquer that. So my path was going into prescription drugs and then having to heal that within myself. And in doing that, I liberated an entire family from their karmic patterns and karmic destiny. So we came here and we picked especially hard roles this life so that we could heal these things within our families. That will be where your path begins, when you can conquer what they could not. And so this energy is really good for stripping away illusion. It is asking you, it is inviting you to go back to the oneness with all that is. Yes, even the perceived negative things going on. It's a real theme in the United Kingdom. People are always crying about the government and the police and how corrupt things are. We need to go back to being in alignment and in oneness with all that is. Even the dark is serving the light. Anything perceived as negative that has occurred to you this life was serving the light as well. We have to kind of unlimit how we're seeing things from these limited perspectives. Everyone talks about the fifth dimension and how humanity is going to ascend into either the fourth or the fifth dimension. Well, I hate to be the one to tell you that, but negative people that are service of self can ascend too. They can make it up to the fifth density. So when we're waking up and becoming interdimensional again, and we're moving into the fourth and fifth dimension, negativity and evil still exists in those places. You can ascend for the negative as well, but you're not going to make it past the fifth dimension. And the goal is to enter into the sixth dimension, which is a place of oneness. You will have achieved higher consciousness when you can see yourself and God simultaneously within everyone. When you can see the interconnectedness between everything and everyone here. And a lot of this illusion is about to be removed. We have people playing the victim about their parents, the government, their lessons still. Not understanding that any role that you spent being a victim, you were also the perpetrator too. So when we cry about it, the universe, it just makes us look a lot worse with the universe. We're meant to heal these things. We're meant to experience them and to heal them and to move on to new lessons. So a lot of people are hanging on to their past lessons, whether it was a toxic parent, a toxic relationship, it could have been the narcissist, it could have been the governments that they didn't like, whatever it is. In doing that, you're keeping yourself trapped in one place. You're not able to progress forward to new lessons. So you need to take this time as these feelings and emotions are surfacing, not just with you, but all with humanity. We need to take this time to do an inventory of what we have left to clear from our past as well. If anyone is depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future and worrying too much about things that will never happen. They're a really good gauge or indicator of what's going on with us. It's time that we clear these things, and we have these amazing other planets in retrograde along with Chiron, so old wounds are coming up to be healed. People want to run from others' darkness, right? We see darkness, we want to run, right? No, we're meant to stand and heal it. The people that are going to have the hardest time right now are the people that are not consciously aware of these energy cycles and what is occurring. So it doesn't matter if you're service of self, you're still going through a planetary ascension with everyone else, or you would have died and left by now. Everyone on this planet is going through an ascension. It doesn't matter if you've been polarized positive or negative for now. And so the people that are not connected to consciousness and are not really aware of what's going on are just going to be feeling this dark night of the soul kind of stuff surfacing, and they're going to be feeling all of these emotions for the first time ever. Remember, humanity went from having a very closed heart chakra. You can think narcissistic, right? All the narcissists just have a closed heart chakra, work on their heart chakras. So we went from this closed chakra state to this place of oneness, and you're going to be feeling emotions more. You're going to be coming into more and more empathy, compassion. You're going to be feeling others deeply, things like that. So if you're not consciously aware of what's happening to your body and this whole process, you're just going to be feeling all of these emotions surfacing, not knowing what they are and where they're coming from, on top of picking up all the emotions that are flying around consciousness right now. It's going to be a lot harder of a process for the people that are choosing to stay asleep right now, because they're feeling these storms too. I don't care what level of consciousness you're at. And those that are awakened and are seeing the spiritual. That high level of consciousness came with a cost. It came with a lot of pain. You don't learn and level up without that. So people aren't understanding it's just a process that everyone goes through, being in this place. Everyone's going to come level, ungrounded. Pisces in the energy that I love it. I felt like yesterday I was floating all day. I feel very floaty. Like I told you guys that I could see the energy ahead of time for this full moon and I'm excited about it. I live for stuff like this and it's got like a dreamy vibe right now. Like it's like, you know, the dimensional line between when we sleep and when we wake is pretty much gone. Like you kind of feel like you're sleeping right now or like you're dreaming or in a dream state. It's like that line has been blurred and it's pretty amazing. So we can do a lot more in terms of manifesting, accessing the other realms. You guys should be getting a lot of downloads too. We need to spend time alone to do that. We are channels. Everyone has different spiritual gifts, but I look at myself like a receiver. And I look at it like everyone's one and the same with that we're meant to be these receivers of some sort, energetic kind of receivers. And for me, I have to spend more time alone to recharge. It can be very draining for me to be around people all the time. I really need a lot of time. Like I took yesterday off to just listen to music all day. Like that's all I did. I was just laying around listening to music, but I loved it. I said I was doing a self-care day, right? Self-care day. That's the theme with this energy, that you guys are always feeling like you're obligated to please other people. People come to your inbox with their problems and you feel like even if you don't want to talk to this person that you have to respond. Or if someone comes to you with a crisis, you have to jump and try to help them and fix everything. We also have non-interference objectives where we can give people advice and guidance, but we cannot do their lessons for them. This is something that people have to do on their own. So when we try to do it for them, they just get a harder lesson back. You're of more use right now focusing on your own energy with this storm. Like throughout the end of the week, self-care should be a big priority. More salt baths, more core cutting, more spiritual protection. I told you guys that line between the dream realm and this realm has been dissipated. So you need more protection when you're going to bed. Just pray and ask to put yourself in white light, or you can visualize it. More spiritual protection. Everything's looking great in my reality right here in this dimension, right? I'm high vibe, I'm chilling, I'm having coffee, I'm doing my bead, everything's great. But the problems in the world are coming from the lower astral realms. And those are places that are going to most affect us when we're sleeping. So if you guys are waking up drained, I just said this on my feed earlier, it's a red flag. If you wake up tired, if you're grumpy when you wake up, those are signs that you're getting depleted energetically. More protection before you go to bed. I'm living with someone who had a lot of negative astral experiences occurring when I came here, and just white lighting him every night and putting him in that spiritual protection of bubble of protection. He's sleeping amazing. So it's going to affect you here if you're going through stuff in the astral and you're waking up really tired. People that are moody are probably having astral disturbances. These things are affecting the sleepers more than us because we raise our vibrational frequency, and it's not something that you can do overnight. We have to raise up slowly every day. Even if I fall down and have the worst day, right? I could have my level 500 moments. I'm still in a vibratory range. And so we can't raise our vibrations overnight. That's why we've been going through this ascension process for a while now. We're getting upgraded as fast as our bodies can handle it. So the sleepers are getting affected more with the lower spiritual. They're at a lower vibration right now. A lot of those sleepers are in relationships with us. A lot of those sleepers could be your spouses or your boyfriends or your girlfriends. And that's going to affect your energy when you're around people that are at a lower vibration. It will bring down yours. When I'm vibing real high, I like my little quarantine areas with just the light workers. We just vibe real high. We're exchanging high vibe energy, but it can be very draining for you to be around people that are not in a vibrational match for you. And people want to know, how do I wake this person up? I would start with detoxing anyone that is sleeping around you. A lot of these people aren't going anywhere. I have people that have children's dads that are asleep, and I have to say, I don't think that person's going to go anywhere ever. You have a kid with them. They're going to be around forever, probably. You might want to try to detox the people around you. I tell everyone they should be taking chlorella and turmeric, but there's a serious chemical component that goes with this from having a lifetime of fluoride and the frontal lobe of our brain shut down. Detox the people that are around you that are sleeping. Most people, even when they're asleep and closed off to everything we're talking about spiritually, they're into detoxing. They'll do it, I swear. Like, they don't want to hear about your spirituality or consciousness or oneness or any of that stuff, but they're usually open to it. Turmeric's good for inflammation and pain, and emotional pain manifests into pain. So I would say 80% of humanity is feeling at the least aches and pains or ascension symptoms or some type of pain. It can be very dense here and painful on our bodies. So at the least, tell them it's for pain or inflammation. That covers everyone. They need it. It heals your sacral, that turmeric. So does ginger. It'll heal your sacral. These are energetic power plays going on. So we have to do a lot of sacral healing right now. We're getting our crowns upgraded right now too. Your crown chakra is being upgraded. This is the seat of your ego. This is the seat of consciousness or enlightenment. It's about your connection with the divine. When we play victim over these systems, oh my God, the government, they're torturing humanity and we can't do anything, right? We can't do anything about it. It makes us real powerless, right? When we're doing that, we're giving away our power on every level to everything we don't like, on every level, because I have to remind people that we have a spiritual purity. And that's what gives you power. So if you're a bad person or if you're service of self, you're going to have no power at all. That's the illusion. We are powerful now. Even when we were sleeping, we were at an equal role enough that we could contract. There's rules of the universe. You have to be at an equal level. So sleeping, we were at an equal level with our opposition. We're leveling up fast. We're coming back into our gifts, our abilities, and our power. And so when people are playing the victim, they're not understanding. The roles have already changed. The dark is afraid. See, I have to remind you that there's a universe. There's this conscious energy that is in everyone and everything, and it is powerful. It can override anything in this matrix. Do you think that the government has more authority than God here? I had to ask, because when people are doing that and crying about these systems, it's like you have no faith and trust in the universe. You have to pick one. You have to understand that this universe is powerful, that in a moment it could align to move everyone and everything around you in your life to make something happen in a minute. Straight miracles beyond our comprehension. That's why they tell you when it's time for people to be together, it doesn't matter where they are on the planet, they will be reunited. And it's so true. You saw it with me. And it took the universe to align every single person around me in a crazy orchestrated fashion to move straight mountains in my own life. People are lacking faith in consciousness and in whatever is bigger than themselves. So while we're going through this crown upgrade, I suggest that you guys get more spiritual within yourselves. We're trying to get back to our spiritual selves. We've been through a lot of pain. Be glad, because we're at a place where we can heal now. The pain that we're experiencing this life was only a small fraction of the pain that we caused others throughout this journey. It's okay. We learned. These are just lessons. They're not good or bad. These are experiences that we contracted for, with everyone included. We wanted and needed to experience them so that we could go back to spirituality on whatever level you were given lessons that you needed to awaken you now, to remind you who you really are, to obliterate that life, that ego role that you were so immersed in, that illusion. It was to destroy that. Like, a lot of people had to lose everyone and everything in their lives time and time again. It was a stripping away process of who you thought you were to get to your authentic core, which is your spiritual self. And then I have one more rant. I swear I'm wrapping it up. But we are taught a lot about our higher selves as this future six-dimensional person that if we complete these lessons now, we will become. Those people that are awakened came here, that six-dimensional self. There's two categories of people: the people that are not awakening and the light workers, that are volunteers, that liberated, broke past that karma and are awake and starting a path of service in whatever regard. You are that higher self outside of time. You are not alone here. There is yourself in the matrix, and you have your unlimited, infinite self that is helping you here in the now, planning every one of your lessons, watching you, helping you complete them. Every person on this planet has a higher self. If you guys are having past issues surfacing, like with toxic family members, I do not advise you to go contact your piece of shit family member that treated you like shit for 20 years. I do not ever suggest that, because you may feel you have unfinished business. The best way to go about healing that is to speak with their higher self of anyone that you feel you may have past things that are unresolved with. That's all you have to do. Go ahead and have a conversation. If you have a narcissist boyfriend, you may want to start to talk to their higher self a lot more than you are to that person in the matrix. That self, past time, has no ego. So people here are real lost in the illusion. They probably don't want to hear your side of things, real closed off with ego, a lot of our past experiences. Begin to talk to your higher self. Begin to go to other people's higher selves if you have a problem with things. It's going to get you way better solutions too. But you need to know that that sixth-dimensional person that you came here as, you have become limited in the now. This is our past. We evolved out of this school and we continued our journey, and we came here with future spiritual abilities, gifts that we're just beginning to unravel and unlock. I know that mine were dormant this is my entire life because of the pharmaceuticals I was on, and I know that I was not the only one targeted to shut down my abilities. All the light workers went through it in some capacity. Usually it's the people around you. It will be your relationships. They always have people that are sent into your life to keep you off of your path, to knock you off of your life path. No other reason. And those are going to be the people closest to you. They're always going to be real nice to you, right? They're always going to be amazing to you. But you can see a sign of that if they're nasty to your friends. Sometimes your friends can like attack your family members, your friends. Look at that as a sign of people, if they're like that, real nice to you and, you know, not nice to the people in your life. Think the narcissist. They are sent to knock you off of course, to take you off of your path, to keep you stuck. So now it's time that we take a look at our past relationships, relationships, and let go. We need to become lighter. You need to do this for the good of humanity. If you can't do it for yourself because you feel bad, you know, if you drop your toxic mother or your cousin or your second grade friend, you'll feel bad. Feel bad about humanity being enslaved. Feel worse about that. Let go. Because we can liberate humanity right now. So your little lessons that you're hung up on are not as important as the collective, the all, and what we can accomplish here. Let go of these past experiences. Clear them. If you have that narcissist psychopath that keeps coming back, you have to clear karma with them. They're never going to go anywhere. You'll do another cycle with them. They're probably coming back so that you can clear this stuff. Do an inventory of the people that keep coming back to you that you can't get rid of, right? Use that as a gauge of what you need to do right now with this storm. It's a really good time about unconditional love and forgiveness. And guess what? Pisces is really romantic. Pisces is a romantic sign. You could use this energy to breathe life into your relationships that suck. You could. If you're having relationship problems, go on a romantic date. Go do something romantic. Like, people probably are going to have a real amazing time with love that are in relationships with this storm. It's a very romantic love energy. It's an amazing energy. Use it to breathe life into your love life. And then real quick, I just got to tell you guys the signs that are on the hit list, because not everyone's on my personal page that follows this. So I was on the storm hit list last time. I got thrown around crazy, but I look at it like it's amazing because I'm going to level up higher and I'm just getting purified faster. So if you're on the hit list, the universe is just getting you where you need to be. We have Pisces will be very affected by this space storm that we're in right now. You guys have your ruling planet in retrograde, like I said, and it's going to make you feel like you can't move or you're stuck. Be patient. That planet is in retrograde till November, and you're going to do huge things after that. So take time to sleep more, to dream, take care of yourself. If you're a Capricorn, you're going to feel this storm crazy. But unlike the other three signs, you guys are going to have more energy. You're going to be able to move around. Make a manifesting list. Make a list of what you want in your life. Just a manifesting list. Use this storm to get more work done. I don't care if it's grocery shopping, your job, your kids. Just get more done. Use this energy. You're going to be real high vibe. Let's see. If you are an Aquarius, this is the second storm in a row that you've been on that hit list for. You just got thrown around with those eclipses, and guess what? You're about to feel a whole new wave of emotion coming to you. A whole sea of emotions is on the way if you're an Aquarius. Well, you tend to be a disconnected, closed-off sign at times. You can just be aloof. You know that. You collect people, you know, you need to work on feeling emotions more anyway. So get in touch with those emotions. Don't ignore them. Feel them. Let them purge out of you. And you're going to have a way lighter year next year. You're just being purified like extra with these cycles. If you are a Virgo, you're going to feel this storm crazy. Guess what? Pisces is polar opposite of Virgo. Hate to tell it. If you were a Pisces last life, you tend to come back as a Virgo this one. We like to switch roles. So you're in your polar opposite elements. All that emotion for a very analytical sign, you know. It's just a lot of water and emotional energy. And everyone's going to come ungrounded and crazy extra. And, you know, take more time. Virgos are very patient. Time is always on your side. Just take time. It's okay. Your life won't fall in. Just embrace it. Kind of go with the flow. We did just enter Virgo. So after this water storm, and it's going to last a while. Sorry. After the end of the month. Sorry. After 3 days before the end of the month, you'll start to feel amazing though. Because we did just shift our sun into your sign. So you'll start to feel a lot better. I'm trying to think if I forgot any. I forgot one this morning. I think that was it. Alright. I'm going to do cards now. Drop your name for a card too. I have a lot to fit in like one little video. And everyone else that wasn't on that list will feel this storm, don't worry. But you won't get put on the hit list. I say you're on the hit list if you're one of those 4 signs, and I mean it. So you'll feel it real crazy. Everyone will feel it. If you're a water sign, you're going to be able to handle it easier. Probably if you're an earth sign, you'll be able to handle it a lot easier. If you're a fire or air sign, you may have a challenging time with this storm. It depends on what elements are in the rest of your chart, just because it's a water element. And so obviously for fire, it's kind of the opposite of what you're used to. So you might have felt really good with that Leo energy if you're a fire sign, and you might be really feeling the water. Get in touch with those emotions. And the thing is that humanity is purging on all new levels right now. And those emotions have to go somewhere. And as empaths and healers, we're picking up on a lot of people's purge emotions, believe it or not. Just from the collective. Like even if you're quarantined and isolated, you're going to be feeling these emotions. We're transmuters. We're meant to take on this darkness through our bodies and to alchemize it and turn it to light within ourselves. So that is our role. As things are purging to the surface, don't run from that darkness. That is the shadow side of humanity that you need to heal within yourself. Whatever crazy lessons that you're seeing that could be perceived as negative, don't run right now. Don't make any big decisions with these energies. Embrace this stuff. Heal it. If someone is like being an asshole to you, I have no other way to put it. If someone's being like an asshole to you or treating you bad, your first response is probably anger or, you know, anxiety or whatever. If you see people coming ungrounded, remember that they are in their own pain right now. And they're not as awake or aware, and they're not able to conceptualize or articulate what's going on right now. They really aren't. They're lost in these illusions. And guess what? The illusions are being broken down right now. Those are people's realities. It is not like the work that I am doing in the United Kingdom a lot of the time. I am an expert level system buster, and I am here breaking down illusion upon illusion. And it's not always liked when people are in that ego role. It's all they have, that illusion. So the illusion is being stripped away for humanity, especially with this storm right now. And when someone just has that ego identity, it's like they're losing themselves in this place, and it's an overwhelming experience. So we're seeing people lash out, be extra emotional. Level 500, just understand that humanity, everyone's been through their lessons, and a lot of people are in a lot of pain emotionally right now. So if you have experiences that are nasty or something like that, do the reverse. Send love, send healing, but also stay away from people like that. Send love though, instead of sending that F off, right, energy. Send love. We can neutralize the negative that way. We can neutralize any type of spiritual attacks, hate, whatever it is with love. Love is powerful. So send back love and healing, but distance yourself from any negativity. You have to love yourself enough not to be taking abuse from other people at some point. We need better boundaries. Those people that are in the empathic, narcissistic relationships, they don't have good boundaries, or they would not be allowing that treatment. And that's what those lessons are to teach you, enough to love yourself, enough to leave. So we need to have more respect for ourselves as well with this energy. Say, Dre's, your baby's a Pisces. They're probably having amazing dreams. I'm like using it to tune in. I had the most amazing astral experiences. Like I really thought about not even getting up today, just going back to the astral. It was so amazing. Your kids are here to teach you. Let's think about our own parents, our sleeping parents, because I know they're all asleep usually. When we came here, they were asleep. They may have awakened later. They were asleep. Let's think about our sleeping parents and how we were as children. So there's a real difference in our evolutionary levels, right? Same with these kids. Now, these kids, how we were with our parents, our level of consciousness, that's just a faction of these kids. They are so tuned in. A lot of people are suddenly realizing that they have these gifted, amazing children. You have yet to see anything yet. Wait till we raise the frequencies on this planet more and more, and they come back into their normal vibrations. These kids are amazing. Any children that you have came to teach you. Same with our parents and us. They just don't see it, right? They're busy trying to tell us who to be and what to do, right? These children came from higher levels of consciousness than you, and they came to teach you. And it's amazing, that love. We need love to do this ascension. Your children are a way that you're becoming service of others as well. There's a lot of space kids around here. When you take care of your kids, it is a way that you're serving the all. These are spiritual leaders of monumental proportions as well. These are the healers. These are the ones that came with the codes for humanity. They need to be protected, these children. So they chose you guys for a reason, for parents, and not the sleeping ones. You guys get special kids. Well, you know, every kid on this planet now is just straight a starseed from higher levels of consciousness or an ascended master. You guys really got the special ones that you're guarding right now. More spiritual protection for the kids. Give them crystals to sleep with and put them in white light too. Put salt in their baths. Give them turmeric powder. It will help keep them clear as channels, and it will also help them be less moody, less level 500, and more balanced energetically, because these kids are very empathic, and they're picking up any negative emotions off of the parents, whether it's you, their low vibe school, the kids they're around. They're just picking up so much energetically. More salt for the kids. My phone's going crazy. Sedaris, a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. That is what we're getting ready for. That you guys are going to have to learn how to speak to. I would always say that I was not a teacher. That I could not teach. It wasn't for me. It wasn't something I ever would have picked out. But we're all getting molded back into those teacher healer roles right now. Whatever it is that you're going through in your own experiences is to get you back to where you need to be. Your energy is different than the sleepers. People are going to come to you. The same people that will think you're crazy when you first wake up will come to you later to ask you for assistance. So it's kind of part of the process. Michelle Giancala, hi. I had to do lots of prayer and energetic magic to try to make it so my feed doesn't cut out today. Like before I did, I had to try to stay real calm and not too excited, or it was like chopping out. So send the Flame Violet feed for sure. If you guys have crazy electronic problems, the Violet Flame is really good for grounding any type of electronics. So I'm trying to keep it real grounded and not get too excited, because I see my friends and I'm like, hi! And I get all crazy and my feeds cut out. That when I first did feeds, they would really cut out a lot too, because I wasn't very grounded, so my feeds would always cut out. Now I'm usually pretty cool. Michelle, reach out to others for comfort and love. You'll grow stronger from this situation. Sadness that will heal with time. We have to understand that our experiences imprinted us, and if you go look at just one person's Akashic for the whole cycle, it's so mind-blowing and complex. And like, I remember viewing a couple and I'm sitting there like in awe, because it taught me so much about the complexity of humanity, the collective pain that each person has been through to get to this point. We've had a lot of experiences that were amazing and a lot that were very negative. And while we will heal, those experiences, not just this life, but many, have imprinted who we are. They have shaped us into the people that we have become. So while we will heal ourselves and all of humanity, there's a certain pain. There's a certain, amount of pain that we have gone through. That is to keep us humble. It really is. It's a certain humbleness with the universe. It is how we were taught and how we learned, and it should be bringing to us to a place where we are humble. I told people on my feed this morning that when you can see yourself in every other person, when you can see God in every other person that you're dealing with, that you will have attained higher states of consciousness. We have to come back to oneness with all that is. Marianne Loney, you're an Aquarius. Oh my God, you've been going through it. That's like, you know what? My boyfriend is an Aquarius and he doesn't always listen to me or comply. So I just look at it like, well, he doesn't listen to me and the universe gives him very hard lessons. So I've been watching him go through crazy lessons with these energy cycles, and a lot of that sign is being stripped away right now. So that sign is really getting affected the most this month with all of those eclipses as well. Work on grounding more. Work on purging through those emotions and working through any emotions that are surfacing right now. Stop feeling bad about your lives, too. Yeah, I saw it all over the wall, my face. I saw it all over the Reiki wall where people are like, you know, I don't know, I'm supposed to be light, because we're purging. I'm supposed to be all love and light, but I'm feeling real dark right now, like maybe I'm like part dark or whatever they were saying. Like I said, there's a complexity of humanity. We have that shadow side. It's what makes us whole and complete. That's why they talk about balance. Yeah, you're going to be feeling kind of low. You're going to feel the collective energy. So the past few days, the energy was real low. Humanity's purging. You're feeling all these emotions for the first time ever. And they're just kind of flooding back to us. So it's just kind of like, you can look at it like just a purge type of energy. Some people might be feeling that dark night of the soul. It's when you're going through that, when you're feeling like that, it is a phoenix moment. You're being burned to ashes and you will be lit brighter again. So we keep going through these, stripping away processes. It is so that we can hold more light. I had someone tell me today that they were broken. I said all of humanity is broken. It is how the light comes in. I'm sorry. Everyone needs healing. Everyone is broken. You're not the only one. It's okay. We were meant to be. We really were. And that's how we can come together now in oneness and heal. If the whole planet didn't need healing, do you think we would really come together right now? I doubt it. It's part of the grand design where we all were damaged. We went through all these crazy experiences, and now we can come together and we can heal these things and we can heal the whole planet. Marina, being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity. Taking someone or something for granted. Discontent with life. Yes, there's magic all around us. We tend to forget that. We're seeing synchronicities, number codes, 111. Codes are very huge. Codes and symbols really make up the universe and all that is. So the universe loves to communicate with us just like in our dreams through symbolism. There are signs every time you go out in that matrix for you everywhere. I don't know. We have a lot of signs being sent to us from our guides, our loved ones, and our galactic teams from the other realms. Sometimes people are seeing feathers, birds, weird stuff, right? Things out of place. That is the universe trying to awaken you more. It's like a dream. I don't know. I have a hard time putting this stuff into words. It's like a dream. When we lucid dream, and you're in a dream, and you're aware that you're dreaming, and you have woken up fully, and you can control that dream. That's where we are now. We're in the dream, we're sleeping, and I know we all think we're awake. We have a long way to go to lucidity when we can actually control the dreamscape around us, just like we would our real dream. So the universe is always communicating with us, showing us like weird things out of place, number codes, license plates, like weird symbols, things to shake us awake, to remind us that you are dreaming. This is just a dream. We have to awaken fully. So we're going to come to lucidity just like we would in a dream, and that will be like the game changer. We're getting there. We're awakening. We're tuning into the spiritual again. We have a really good start though. BZ Reed. Bring fun into everything you do. Juggling multiple priorities or jobs. An exceptional talent for multitasking. Yes, we need to have more fun. I have a lot of elemental energies in this house now, and that's like all I get for their messages. They're much different than galactic messages, which are very serious in nature. Take action now. You guys are running out of time. These are my galactic messages, right? The fairies have much different advice. They want us to quit our jobs, call in sick, and My feed froze again. Well, they want you to have fun with these energies. We should be having dance parties. We should be getting out into nature. You should be ditching your prison planet job once in a while, spending more time alone, things like that. We need to get back into touch with nature. That's part of the problem here, that people lost respect for their environment. People, I guess, forgot that we need trees to breathe, that we need water to live, and that water is life. Water is an energy conductor, and everything in this place is made of energy. So water really is life. We would die without it. We need more water with these storms as well for these upgrades we're getting into. But have more fun. Unplug more. Sherry Sanford. Make sure you guys share this feed out too. I have a good audience. I'll try to stay on it as long as my Facebook allows me. Let's see. So I got Sherry Sanford. A new relationship or emotional experience. Invitations to social events. A compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. This is about us coming to more compassion too. It's like an amazing word lately for me with my downloads. Because this is really about us coming to compassion. If we didn't have these experiences, we couldn't have compassion for others having them. We really couldn't. We used to be really judgmental at the beginning of our Matrix day. We were just programmed that way. Think the Bible. We were just programmed that way. But now we should be coming to a place of empathy and compassion for others, because we've been through really hard things and we know how it is to struggle. We know how it is to have a hard time. We should have compassion for the rest of humanity, because we've conquered very hard lessons to get here, and the rest of humanity is just beginning to go through those same kind of lessons, a lot of them. A lot of the sleepers are in those lessons we had 10, 15 years ago that were extra hard for us. They're just starting to go through that. In some way, whatever your pain was, whatever you struggled with the most, it could have been drugs, alcohol, abuse in your family, anything. Whatever your hardest moments were, that will be part of your passion and your purpose right now. Whatever you had the hardest time with in your lessons will be very much part of your mission. I had to tell my boyfriend that. That's why I'm always ranting about coming off of drugs. It is my mission to get any light workers off of the pharmaceuticals and fast. That's how we will do this, by taking back our collective power. And it's one of the biggest obstacles we have. So that's part of my mission. I did it. I did it on camera. I showed people, look, you could see when I came off of the drugs, and these were prescribed medications, you could see the healing process that I went through and how intense it was. So you see the damage that drugs can do in reverse, right? When I healed, and they do so much damage, these legal medications. So that's part of my fight, to tell people, look, there are alternatives. You can, get back to your spiritual power. Go ahead, ditch the pharmaceuticals, and you'll just raise your vibration so fast and get back all of your abilities you never even knew you had. So that would be something I went through that I didn't exactly enjoy as a lesson. Whatever your hardest lessons were, that's how you're going to help humanity in whatever regard. We need to turn that pain into a purpose. Let's see. I love it. I got amazing energy on here too. I live for space storms. I love it. So if you guys are getting kicked around and having a hard time, go take a salt bath. Take some time out. Reset your energy. If you're seeing everyone going crazy around you, like I was seeing 2 days ago, I just ditched work yesterday and took a day to chill and spend time on myself, and I'm coming back much better. So reset your energy if you're seeing a lot of turmoil or chaos. Stay really grounded with this. Annalisa. My phone's going crazy and freezing sideways. I can't see the names. Wait. Annalisa, hi. I love it. I always put her in the kid category. She hates me for that, right? I always put you in the space kid category. And you're too old to be a space kid anyway. But you're a lot younger than me, so you have a lot of appeal for the younger people. And you will as a teacher, too. It's pretty amazing. But you have those space kid abilities that you came here with. That's why I keep on going to you and Chase and asking you to practice your Reiki on me over here with Agent P. Because you have amazing healing abilities. And you haven't been all contaminated like a lot of people have been in this matrix. I know you've come here and done hard lessons too with just your family and things like that. But a lot of the other light workers had a lot of crazy indoctrination, crazy experiences in the matrix. You're just less polluted than a lot of the other channels have become around us. We're still kind of purifying, and it's pretty amazing. Kids are always more connected to that source energy as well. So the younger kids, the space kids, they have a lot of spiritual purity. They're very powerful. Listen, let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career. unmarried or divorced individuals. Yeah, we have to let go of people in places not serving us, and you're doing the right thing, just focusing on your healing path, and you're learning a lot. A lot of people learn a lot just from watching me do my mission, actually. It will give, I told Allison that will give her ideas, and she'll get sick of playing with me, and she'll move on to her own lesson, having learned a lot and seen how I do things, so that she can do things the way she wants. But she'll have lots of good ideas from just watching me and watching my feeds and things like that. Keep staying aligned where you're healing. It's going good. It is. Anything, that's going to be your bliss too. Your healing mission. I mean, like, I have a lot of other, like, stuff always going on around me. And if I didn't have that mission, my bliss, I'd probably be miserable with all the lessons I go through. But I have my bliss. I have my mission, my healing path, and it makes me happy. It's like my bliss. So I follow my bliss, I do my healing mission, and, you know, it really makes things a lot better within myself. Amanda Pack. The energy feels crazy. I got elementals on camera, but I can see the fairy energies around me, and the energy feels real crazy right now. Reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. All of humanity has been challenged by money issues. It's how we're enslaved, keeping us working at jobs we don't like on Prison Planet. That's the ultimate distraction when you have to work every day of the week and you're always tired on the weekend. It will really keep you stuck where you're at. And like I said, anything not in alignment with us healing might not go so good. Don't make any big decisions right now, though. Don't end relationships during retrogrades, usually. You shouldn't be, like, doing breakups, job changes, things like